Welcome. So in this very boring video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can add 20,000 a month in extra traffic to your site using AI. And here's proof, by the way. These guys were averaging at around 2,000, 1,000 a month, and all of a sudden they jumped to almost 30,000 in monthly organic search traffic. So I'm going to show you how they did it. I'm going to give you some case studies. I'm going to give you the blueprint on how you can do it too. And at the end, I'm going to give you access to the tool that did this for free, as well as some cool SEO training. So that being said, let's just jump straight into this. Again, it's not going to be fun, it's going to be very boring, but if you're going to succeed, if you're going to make money online, well, this is the type of stuff you have to go through. Okay, so let's get started. So how can you actually add, and how did it actually add 20,000 a month in extra traffic to their site using AI? Well, first things first is, well, of course, the traffic comes from Google, right? This is their Google traffic, okay? Right, so you have a site, you produce content, and then that content ranks on Google, and also nowadays it's mentioned, it's cited on ChatGPT. And if you want courses on that, you can go watch this right here. I'll leave it down below in the description. There's many more, but that's the whole gist of it, right? Now, how can you get traffic from Google, right? How and why and when does Google and ChatGPT give you traffic, right? Why would they give you this much traffic, right? Well, they only send you traffic. You only rank on Google. You only mention or cited on ChatGPT if the content you're producing, right, has these two things, right? Because again, you have a website, right, and the way in which these engines send traffic to your site is if there's something of value in your site, right, i.e. content. Okay. Now this content needs to be structured in a way that's valuable so that so that these engines can send traffic your way, and it has to fulfill these two things. First one is it needs to satisfy the user search intent. And I know this is basic, right? But a lot of people fail on these basic things. And the great example of this is if you go on Google and type in right now, how to tie a tie, well, a video of a guy tying a tie will show up, right? It won't show up a website that sells you treats for dogs, right? Pretty basic example, but it just goes to show that Google and all these engines, right, they give you the information that you're searching for, right? So your content needs to satisfy the user search intent. And as a 1.2, I guess, better than the competition, right? And the second one, this one right here, is it needs to be high quality, right? Don't just half-ass it, right? Google, we have videos, we have content, a lot of guys have content out there that's been published, a blog post, a page, a comparison page, doesn't matter, right? That's been posted like 5 years ago, and still till this day is getting traffic, right? Excuse me, because it's high quality, right? It's really a great piece of content, very informative, right? And then it's better than all the other competitors that are out there and satisfies the user's search intent. Okay, that's just the theoretical part of it, right? If you want to learn a bit more about this in depth with actual tangible examples, go watch this and this right here. These go a bit more in depth on these little things about SEO, which are very important. The basics of SEO are very important. Now, how can you achieve this, right? How can you achieve this right here, which is what you're here for, right? Well, there are thousands of other ways, right? And I can link these videos down below, right? There's a bunch of types of content you can produce to make sure that Google drives this traffic to you, or GPT drives this traffic to you, right? There's a SaaS SEO strategy. SaaS stands for software as a service, right? There's what these guys did right here. There's what these guys did, which was basically converting YouTube videos into blog posts, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do. This is heavily based on creating comparison pages, alternative pages. This is heavily based off of blog posts. This is heavily based literally just off converting videos, so converting the medium of consumption of the content from video to written form. And also, he changed the language, and you can go and watch all these. They have little views, honestly, but they're very powerful because I know people who implemented this stuff right here and are seeing great success with it. The issue is that nobody's willing to sit through a 1 hour video implementing this stuff. Most of you guys are just looking for making quick cash and how to make 10K a month online with the next sexy thing that's out there, like whether that's dropshipping, Amazon FBA, whatever. But I'm here just to actually give you the real sauce, which is just the boring stuff on how we do it and how our clients do it. Okay, so again, how can we achieve this? There's a bunch of ways, a bunch of things, but I think the easiest way to go quickly from 0 to 20K a month in traffic is through news-based content. And why? It's because when you're writing a piece of news, right, there's a lot of buzz around it. So there can be traffic spikes like this right here. There's no other SEO strategy that I've found that can lead through this much spike in traffic. Now, granted, right, it's very important to note that a big spike in traffic, right, from around here to here, also means that there are big drops in traffic, because news content, right, it's heavily time-based, right? If, for example, I don't know, Elon Musk or let's say Donald Trump launches a new coin tomorrow, I don't know, a crypto coin, right? There's going to be a lot of news traffic for that, like searching for like, Trump, new coin, Trump, which is new coin, whatever, right? But then, like a week later, it becomes irrelevant. So the news effect dies off, right? That said, you can capture a lot of traffic and make a lot of money while it's speaking, right? From, again, 2,000 to 28,000, right? And this was just based off of news-based traffic. And I want to show you proof, right? This is like little rectangle here with nothing behind it. I'll just go to arvo.com/case studies, right? And I go here, right, to this one. This is the case study of, and you can go watch this video right here. This is the case study of how these guys took a site from literally 0 to 10,000 a month in 24 hours using these news type of content, right? They produced news that were heavily time sensitive, right? And they just produced a piece of news, a news-based piece of video, right? And because it was heavily relevant, it was a very high quality piece of content, right? And heavily time sensitive, right? They just got a ton of traffic. And these are the exact same guys that you see here, right? Again, they grew from 0 to 10K in 24 hours, and then they grew even more, right? There's another case study right here, which is this right here is an update from this one. I recorded this one first, and then 12 hours later, I recorded it again, and traffic was almost at 30,000. So this is again the other update of this case study right here, which again, all they did was, and you can watch this if you want, right? All they did was go into Arvo right here, and they used this feature called the news-based feature, right? And again, anyone can do this. AI news article, right? Let's just do, for example, I don't know, Elon Musk. And what this does, right? It is searches for stories about Elon Musk, right? You can do Tesla, you can do McDonald's, you can do anything you want, right? It searches for the most relevant stories in the ecosystem of Elon Musk, right? You can enable advanced options if you like target country, the time range. You can exclude certain sources. Maybe you want to exclude CNN. Maybe you want to include Fox News. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. You can. There's advanced options, right? And there you go, right? I don't know. These are the latest news about Elon Musk, right? Tesla ride-hailing expansion in San Francisco, alarms officials, Elon Musk and Donald Trump unite at Charlie Cruz Memorial Service. You can do this one. Let's go here, add article. And what this will do, right? Right now we're going to create an article, a news-based piece. We're going to be generating a news-based piece, right? So we'll just go here. We can change things. You can change the language, the advanced options. You can include images. You can change the formatting if you want, right? Doesn't really matter for now. And let's just do generate article, right? And what this will do is we'll take in all the news sources that wrote about this topic, right? CNN, right? Fox News, I don't know, CNN, SBC, whatever, I don't know, all these news sources, right? And compile the info from those news sources into one new news piece, right? So it compiles the best info from all these news sources where this was written on, right? And compiles a news piece based off of all this. So it's as if it was acting as like a journalist, right? This is a literally new news piece, as if a human journalist would have wrote it, right? If you're here, you can see it, right? Solemn reunion, Musk and Trump mend fences at Charlie Cruz Memorial. This is, by the way, AI generated, right? There's a table of contents, and then right here, it's where it took the sources from, right? So it took it from CNN, New York Post, Fox Business, AL, and Quartz, right? You can click here and can go straight to the original news source, right? There you go. And so again, this is all done with AI, and all they did right here, all these guys did right here to get from here to here was do this exact thing. You can open this up, and if for some reason you don't like it, you can change things around. You can add links. You can rewrite this, make it longer, make it shorter, add keywords. So you can sprinkle your keywords right here. You can use custom prompts, or you can just click right here, publish article, and you just select integration. You can publish this straight to your site, which was exactly what they did. Now they have this automated, but they have an automatic blog running. So they have a blog running on autopilot where it automatically generates the news pieces and automatically publishes them to their site. So it's fully automated, fully on autopilot. They don't have to do a thing, right? And that's exactly how they did this. Now, how can you apply this to different niches? For example, let's say you own a site about Pokémon, right? You're very passionate about Pokémon, right? And you have this amazing site where you sell like Pokémon products. You have like this forum. You have these, I don't know, you have these services. Doesn't matter, right? You could literally have on your site a dedicated tab called News, right? Where all this is, if you go to news, the news page, you open this up, right? It's like a blog, right? It has all these news pieces, right here, just like if you have like something like this, arvo.com/blog, right? Just like this, right? But for news, okay? And you click them, you can read the individual news. And so this is good because one, it's good for your users, right? The user of your site, of your Pokemon site, they want to know what's happening in the latest world of Pokemon. So it's very convenient for them to have like this news section on their site where every single day or every couple hours a new news piece is posted to their site. So instead of them having to go to, I don't know, to CNN or to type in Pokemon news on Google and scatter through all the news and find the best ones, well, you do it for them all automatically, okay? And you have this dedicated news section on your site, which is good for user experience, right? And then, of course, you can have call to action, you can sell them your products. And the second thing is because, well, if you have a dedicated section, like a blog section, but for news, that's very niche relevant, that talks about Pokemon, these are not copied news. It's all written from scratch based off of the info that was already published. It's just like if a journalist were to do the same thing. So as if you had, like, you hired a journalist to write news every single day and post them on a dedicated section on your site, but you're just using AI at a tenth of the cost or a hundredth of the cost, right? But again, second reason why it's important is because, well, then your site's going to be hyper relevant for any and all keywords related with Pokemon, right? You're going to be the authority in the space for Pokemon related news, Pokemon related subjects. And this is great because this will allow you to have and gain more trust and more authority in both Google's and ChatGPT's eyes to be mentioned more often and ranked higher on Google. So it's good for your classical SEO, which then is good for your GEO or AI SEO. So all this is intertwined. Okay, so if I had to say, if you need to get more traffic by the end of the week, well, the best thing you can do is, again, create content that satisfies user search intent, it's high quality, and specific, the type of content. There again, there's thousands of ways you can do it. There's this, and there's many more. You can watch my YouTube channel, right? But the type of content I produce would be news-based content, and you can use Arvo for this because, I mean, it just saves you a ton of time, as you saw before. Again, this was done in like 30 seconds, right? He wrote all the thing, he cited the sources, right? And you can just literally click with a push of a button to your site. Or again, if you want to automate things, have an auto blog running, and it will automatically source the news, right? And automatically, publish them to your site with the images, with the links, all of it done for you on autopilot, right? And there's just an insane amount of opportunity here because not everyone's doing it. I mean, a very small percentage of people is doing this, right? You can do it for local businesses, right? Let's say, for example, you are a plumber, right? I don't know, talk about the new products that are coming out, talk about news, talk about news in your area, this new mandate that came out in your county that prevents plumbing from doing XYZ. I don't know, any news related with your niche, industry, or town, or city can be added to a dedicated section on your site, just like as if it was like a blog, like this. Hopefully you get the point, and this is the only SEO strategy that can cause and can produce exclusive results like this. Now, granted, of course, news-based content can die off as fast as it can grow, but I mean, it's a great opportunity to create brand awareness and to get a lot of people into your site as quickly as possible. So that's it. Now, if you want to learn a bit more about this stuff, you can go to arvo.com. Actually, just go arvo.com, click resources, click academy, right? And this right here gives you access to a bunch of SEO training, right? A one-on-one consulting call with me, and also free access to this exact software right here that I just showed you to generate the news, and it has a bunch more stuff, right, for free for 30 days. So if you click here, enroll now, again, you get access to the Academy. It's lifetime access to all my SEO courses and 30 days free of Arvo. You can cancel it, like, you can buy it and just cancel it the same day. I don't care. I mean, if you want to do that, you can. But my point is that you get access to this. You can try it out for 30 days for free. Try it out, right? Use the news, generate the content, and just leave it on your site and see how it goes, right? You can also do the YouTube blog post, which again, you saw right here. There was this very, and I keep on mentioning this because I think it's very cool. This guy right here who grew the traffic from, right here, from 0 to almost 6K a month just off of converting YouTube videos into blog posts. Excuse me. Well, you can do it too as well. He used this exact software. He took a bunch of YouTube videos that were in English. He converted them all to French, so video to written format, and also he converted the language literally using this right here. So you can give it a go. Again, 30 days for free if you want. It's in your power. And there's a bunch more stuff you can do with the blog automation. We integrate all these CMSs right here. They're just pretty cool feature right here, which is Site Optimizer, which you add your site. It analyzes a bunch of pages on your site and gives you recommendations on the things we think or the AI thinks you should be changing, gives you the why. If you hit apply, you just log into your CMS and change it just like that. For schema, meta titles, descriptions, image, alt text, and a bunch more stuff. It is pretty cool. And again, if you go to arvo.com, click on resources, click on Academy, you get free 30 days access to this software and every single one of these features, okay? You get a one-on-one consulting call with myself, right? So we can just go over and talk about what I think you should do in your SEO strategy, all that stuff, right? I think it's very important. You just sit down, I analyze your site, and I give you some tips. You get access to my 7 SEO courses. And if you scroll down right here through all these testimonials, you can see what the courses are about. It's the AI SEO course, A to Z SEO course, local SEO, my video SEO course, which is very, very important, right? Ranking, how to rank videos on Google and YouTube. It's insane. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. So if you're not doing video SEO, well, you're going to get left behind. My ranking rank SEO course, which includes my ranking rank SEO plugin, which we don't offer anywhere else. My course on how to build backlinks is very, very valuable, right? The links I teach you how to sell on here are links that I sell for this much right here. My e-commerce SEO course and a bunch more case studies and much more cool stuff. You can read through all this stuff, and of course there's a 100% money back guarantee if you don't see results. So yeah, that's it. Again, if you want access to all my SEO training, a one-on-one consulting call with me, as well as free access to Arvo right here, go to arvo.com/academy, or just go to arvo.com, click on resources, click academy, and join, and I'll see you on the other side. This is going to be the very first link in the description, and I'll also add all the links from the videos that I just mentioned before on there as well. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.